seek out some desolate shade, where we weep our sad bosom time.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal sword, and like good men, bestride our downfall and gird them. Each new morn, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face, that it resounds as if it fell with Scotland and yield out like syllable of dawn.
What I believe, I'll wait. What no believe, and what I can redress, as I shall have find the time to friend I will. What you have spoken may be so perchance this tyrant whose sole name blisters our tongues was once thought honest, you have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him for me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor, innocent lamb to appease an angry God.
I am not treacherous.
What Macbeth is, a good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge, but I shall crave your pardon. That which you are my thoughts and cannot transpose, angels are bright still. Though the brightest fell, though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet graceless still was.
I have lost my hopes.
Perchance, even there where I did find my doubts, why in that rawness left your wife and child? Those precious motifs, those strong knots of love, without leave taking, I pray, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine own safeties you may rightly just whatever I shall think.
Bleed, bleed, poor country, great tyranny, lead thou thy bases sure, for goodness dare not check thee, where thou thy wrongs. The little is a fear. Fare thee well, Lord. I would not be the villain of thou think'st, for the whole space that's in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich ease to boot.
Be not offended. I speak not as an absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weaks, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to our wounds. I think withal there would be hands uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before. More suffer in more sundry ways than ever, by him that shall succeed.
What should we be? Not in the legions of horrid hell can come a devil more damned in evils to top Macbeth.
I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name. But there's nobody, none, in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust. And my desire, all continent impediments and would overbear that did oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such an one to reign.
Boundless intemperance, in nature is a tyranny. It hath been the ultimately emptying of the happy throne, and fall of many kings. But fear not yet to take upon you what's yours. You may convey your pleasures in spacious plenty, and yet seem cold the time you may so hoodwink. We have willing dames enough, there cannot be that vulture in you, to devour so many as will to greatness dedicate themselves, finding it so inclined.
There grows in my most ill-composed affection such a staunchless avarice that were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels, and this other's house in my more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more. That I should forge quarrels, unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth.
This avarice strikes deeper, rose with more pernicious root than summer's seeming lust, and it had been the sword of our slain kings. Yet, do not fear. Scotland had foisons to fill up your will, of your mere own, all these portable with other graces wane.
But I have none. The king becoming graces as justice, verity, temperance, Stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness? Devotion, patience, courage, fortitude, I have no relish of them, but abound in the division of each several crime, acting it in many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth.
Oh, Scotland, Scotland!
If such a one to be fit to govern, I speak.
Fit to govern, no, not to live. O nation miserable, with an entitled tyrant bloody sceptred, when shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Since that the truest issue of thy throne, by his own indirection, stands accursed, and does blaspheme his breed? Thy royal father was the most sainted king, the queen that before thee, oftener upon her knees, that on her feet, died every day she lived. Fare thee well. These evils thou repeatest upon thyself have banished me from Scotland. O my breast, thy hope ends here.
Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these trays has sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from over-credulous haste. But God above, deal between thee and me, for even now I put myself to thy direction, and unspeak mine own detraction. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself. For strangers to my nature, I am yet unknown to woman. Never was forsworn, scarcely have coveted what was mine own. At no time broke my faith, would not the devil to his fellow and delight, no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was this upon myself. What I'm truly is thine and my poor country's to command. Whither indeed before thy here approach, all seaward with 10,000 warlike men, already at a point was setting forth. Now we'll together, and the chance of goodness be like our warranted quarrel. Why are you silent?
Such welcome and unwelcome things at once, 'tis hard to reconcile.
Comes the king forth, I pray you.
Ay, sir, they are of wretched souls, that stays his cure. Their malady convinced the great of art, but as the touch of such sanctity hath heaven given his hand, they presently amend.
I thank you, though.
What does this mean?
'Tis called the evil, a most miraculous work in this good king, which often since my year remain in England, I have seen him do. How he solicits heaven himself best knows, but strangely visited people, all swollen and ulcerous, pitiful to the eye, the mere despair of surgery he cures. Hanging a golden stamp about their necks, put on with holy prayers, and 'tis spoken. To the succeeding royalty he leaves the healing benediction. With this strange virtue he hath a heavenly gift of prophecy, and sundry blessings hang about his throne, that speak him full of grace.
See who comes here!
My countryman, but yet I know him not.
Oh, my ever gentle cousin, welcome hither.
Oh, I know him now. Good God, 3 times removed that makes his face tree.
Sir, amen.
Stand Scotland where it did?
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where nothing, but who knows nothing, is once seen to smile, where sighs and groans and shrieks that rend the air are made, not marked, where violent sorrow sees in ecstasy the dead man's knell. Is there scarce asked for who, and good men's lives expire before the flowers in their caps, dying or ere they sicken.
Oh, relation, too nice and yet too true.
What's the newest Greek?
That of an hour's age doth hiss the speaker, each minute teems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well,
And all my children? The tyrant has not battered to their peace,
no, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
but not in regard of your speech. How goes?
When I came hither to transport the tidings which I have heavily borne, they ran a rumor of many worthy fellows that were out, which was to my belief witness the rather, for that I saw the tyrant's power afoot. Now is the time of help. Your eye in Scotland would create soldiers, make our women fight, to doff their dire distress.
Vent their comfort. We are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good seaward and 10,000 men. An older and a better soldier none, that Christendom gives us.
Would I could answer this comfort with delight, but I have words that would be howled out in the desert air, where hearing should not latch them.
What concern they? The general cause? Or is it the fee grief due to some single breast?
No, mine that's honest, but it shares some woe, though the main part pertains to you alone.
If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound they ever yet they heard.
I guess it.
Your castle is surprised, your wife and babes savagely slaughtered to relate the manner, whereon the query of the murdered deer to add death.
Merciful heaven, what, man? Never pull your hat upon your brows. Give sorrow words, the grief that does not speak. Whispers the o'erfraught heart and bids it break.
My children too?
Wife, children, servants, all that can be found.
And I must be from thence. My wife will too?
I have said,
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief covert to anger. Blunt not the heart enrage it.
No. I could play the woman with mine eyes, and braggart with my tongue. But gentle heavens, cut short all intermission. Front to front, bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself. Within my sword's length set him. If he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready, our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the power is done put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may, the night is long, that never finds the